I am a orientation mobility specialist. That is my background as well. So
Mhm.
an orientation mobility specialist is basically what the title says. You're going to help a child or children through adulthood orient themselves to their surroundings and how to be mobile or as mobile as that person can be in that environment. So for children, an orientation mobility specialist is going to help expose them to their environment. You know, what are things that you learn through your vision that you might not see or know if you're blind? Like, what is a ceiling? What does that mean? Because I've never, I can't see one up there and I don't know what that means. What's being inside versus outside? Um, I'm on this sidewalk that's concrete and now I'm on this tile flooring and I'm going to stop moving completely because that's a completely new surface for me. So that orientation mobility specialist is really going to help that child understand their surroundings and their environment, expose them to different textures and to different sounds, how to crawl towards a sound of a toy that might be a favorite toy, start to put sounds on toys that don't have sound but are a preferred toy for a child, and how to localize that sound and move toward it. Whether it's just turning your body or your head or crawling or walking towards that so that you can access your surroundings the best way. As children get older and they start street crossing, an orientation mobility specialist will help that child how to street cross if you can't see the traffic, if you can't see a street light, where you are in space. Even bending over, if you're totally blind, can be very disorienting. Turning one step to the right or left when you're trying to walk straight, and 10 steps in, now you're in a completely different part of the room, a completely part of the intersection. So we really do help hone in those skills that a child needs to access their environment in the best and safest possible way. We also will introduce a cane, a white cane, if a child does need one. Not every child will use a cane, but the ones that do need a cane, we will introduce that, teach them how to use it to protect themselves the best way, moving it in a left-right arc, how to use it for street crossing and just to navigate your environment. Yeah, so there's a lot of things that an orientation mobility specialist can do to just really help people access to their environment and to be most familiar with. So even for a child here, when they come into a classroom, we're going to take the time to show them the classroom, move them around it. This is where the toy shelf is. This is where the art shelf is. This is where the block area is. This is circle time, so that the child can get up and start to move freely and more independently throughout the classroom.